Hi, my name is Kareem Syed.
And I am Alan Yan.
And we go to University High School.
Yeah, laboratory.
Excellent.
We're going to recite a poem called Patriarchal Poetry.
By Gertrude Stein.
We're only going to recite part of it.
Patriarchal Poetry.
By Gertrude Stein.
As long as it took, fasten it back to a place where after all he would be carried away. He would be carried away as long as it took, fasten it back to a place where he would be carried as long as it took. For before, let it before, to be before, spell, to be before, to have to be for before to be, tell to be, to having held to be for before to call, to be for to be before, to till, until, to be till. Before to be, for before to be, until to be, for before to be for before, will for to before, to be, shall to be. To be for, to be before. Still to be will, before to be before, for to be for, before to be before. Such to be much before, to be for before, will be for, to be before, to be well. Before to be before, for before might, while to be might. Before to be might, while to be might before, while to be might, to be while before. For might to be, for before to for, while to be while, for before, while before. To for which as for before, had for before, to for, to before. Hire, let it have, to hire representative, to hire to representative hire, to representative to hire. Wire to representative, to hire hire. There was a mistaken addition. My prize, my prize, the denies, to be to denies, with a to with the denies, plainly detained, practically to be next. With a,
would it last,
with
would
a,
it have it past, come to be with this and theirs.
There's a million of it, shares and stares to write about.
How can you change from there to being
sad to set,
coming again yesterday?
Wants to be,
when wants to be
having an advantage all the time. Little pieces of their leaving which makes it put it there to be theirs for the beginning of left, altogether practically for the sake of relieving it partly.
As to your able to be told too much, as to is able to receive their measure of rather whether intermediary, and left to the might, it be letting having one win.
When wind makes it dark,
to hell, to be held, behold, be as particularly in respect to not letting half of it be by in this away.
To lay when and please and letting it be known to be, come to this, not in nightingale, in which is not in land in hand, there is it, leaving light out in this, or this beside, which may it, for it to be in it, lest in louder, to be known, which is could might this near special have, nearly reconcile, oblige, and indestructible, and mainly in this use. Mainly will fill remaining sad had, which is to be following dukedom duke, and there you say to amount with a part let it go, as if with should it might makes it a leader.
Feel which is there.
To change a boy with a cross from there to there.
Let him have him heard, let him have him heard in third. Let him have him intend, let him have him defend. Let him have him third, let him have him heard. Let him have him occurred, let him have him third.
49 Clive as well, 49, 69, 79, 89, 109 Clive as well. 49 Clive as well, which is that it presses it to be, or to be stay, or to be 20 a day, or to be next to be, or to be 20 to stay, or to be that which never separates, two more, two women. Fairly letting it see that the changes as to be did. Nellie and Lily love to be did. Nellie and Lily went to see and to see, which is if could it be that so little is known was known. If so little was known, shown stone, come bestow stone. So little as was known could which that for them recognizably. Wishing for patriarchal poetry.
What effect did learning this poem and choreographing the vocal aspects of this poem and performing this poem have on your understanding of the poem and your thoughts about the poem?
I think, well, let me talk about the poem first, how we came to this story of how we came to do this poem. So we decided to memorize a pretty hard poem to memorize, and we were just kind of doing it as a challenge. And then the poem really took on new meaning to us after we memorized it, after we had a long time with it. We I was reading it and I was like, what is this jumbled nonsense? And the way I went about memorizing it was that I had to give meaning to the poem myself. I had to infuse the poem with my own meaning, which is I think what Gertrude Stein was doing with it, because it's this disintegration of language. It's not just a deconstruction. It's like much more than that, because she takes away grammar, she takes away any syntax that you might want to rely on, and you have to rely on your own inflections and your own ideas, what it conjures up in your mind. And I thought that was really powerful for me. And so that's kind of what happened to me. And it made me kind of think about poetry in a lot of different ways than just, it's not just a way of kind of conveying a certain image or a meaning. It can be amazing in other senses of the word.
I think like the most interesting about this poem was like the sound. It was mostly a sound, and we based off of a lot of what we said, or how we could say stuff together based on the sound, not really about like what words we were saying. So eventually, like now this is our second time reciting it, so it's a lot easier than it was the first time, because we kind of just listened to it more and more. And yeah, so when we broke it up, it was based on sound again. So I just thought this is really different than anything. I've never read Gertrude Stein or anything like that, and so this is an experience for me.
You know, you guys did an excellent job with it.
Thanks.